Hey everybody, it's Big Shane from 105.1 The Blaze, and we're here to learn how to make another cool cocktail as we head into fall, Q4. So we're gonna learn how to make Sweater Weather, and this is a drink that's invented by Robbie over at Lucy's Lounge at Broadway and Olive. And with no further ado, let's see how to do this thing.
Well, welcome everybody. As you know, it's coming to that cold season, fall's coming in, and I'm going to be introducing you to a few cocktails that we're rolling out at Lucy's for this wonderful time of year. It gets cold outside, everyone thinks it's what? It's sweater weather. So that's going to be our very first cocktail we're making. Now this is a bourbon-based cocktail with some delightful notes of cinnamon and pimento and a little bit of ginger. So we're going to walk you through this. It's going to be really simple. We're going to take our time, treat it right. Okay. First off, it's very important at home that we use good ice, correct glassware, and a measuring device. So we're making all of our cocktails properly, correctly, at the same time, every time. No guest will be disappointed. Now, sweater weather. First thing, we're going to take our bullet bourbon, and we're only going to measure out an ounce of this. Then we're going to move on to this lovely golden falernum liqueur by Bitter Truth. It's like a little bit of ginger, a little bit of lime, very potent, very flavorful. You only need a little bit in your cocktails to elicit a really, really good flavor. So we're only going to take a half an ounce of this. Moving on, this is our Pimento Dram. It's kind of a spicy liqueur. Again, very strong, very potent. We're only going to use a quarter of this. All right. Now, sweater weather. We're going to need something now to kind of balance the cocktail, add a little flavor. So we're going to take a little bit of cinnamon syrup, a little bit of regular simple syrup. Now, simple syrup gets that name because it's simple. It's equal parts boiling water and sugar. You can make it at home. It's great too because you can actually add stuff to it, like the cinnamon syrup. Actually boil the water, throw cinnamon in there, throw sugar, let it sit overnight. You've got your cinnamon simple syrup. This is just regular. A little bit more of that. And now we're going to need a little bit of acidity. So this is lemon juice, and an important note, guys, fresh lemon juice. All juices use fresh. I mean, some juices, maybe like pineapple juice, stuff that's not in season, you know, buy the highest quality you can, guava. But for lemons, limes, oranges, grapefruits, take the time, squeeze your own juice. It will be well worth it. And we're just going to use a little bit of that. Okay. Now, we're going to throw in a couple dashes, and these are called little tincture bottles. And these are really fun for at home if you have bitters, or in this case, bourbon vanilla extract, stuff you're only adding a couple drops to for flavor. It's like, think of it as like seasoning for cocktails. It's like salt and pepper. You're not going to go crazy with it. These bottles really control how much come out without pouring a whole bunch in. We're just going to take a couple drops. That's it. Okay. So, hard part's over. Take it in here. These are called Boston Shakers. They're wonderful to have for any home bar. You can buy them, you know, at any like Total Wines or on Amazon if you need to. But go like this. They form a really good seal. And shaking a cocktail is important. You really want to emulsify everything, so don't be scared to really get your body into it, like using your arms and your core. Think of it as like an exercise while you're burning calories before you get a cocktail. All right, and that's good. Sometimes you have a little fun. Now, another step that's important in cocktails is having the right tools. A strainer and a sieve strainer. Now what this will do is remove any of the ice particles that are lingering after you shake it, which will leave the cocktail cold and refreshing, but it won't dilute it at all. So the flavor will be maintained longer in your cocktail. Okay. Now, that's the creation of the cocktail, but now comes the fun stuff. And this is my favorite part. Garnishes for cocktails are important. They add great visual stimulus for the cocktail and great aromatics. So, that being said, We're going to take some fresh rosemary and my wonderful, lovely torch. Now be very careful with these. These things can really hurt you if you're not careful. I wouldn't recommend letting any children use them. And let's get it down to a low setting. And we're just going to lightly flame. You're going to pop and crackle. And if you could smell this smell of rosemary smoking is amazing. Okay, turn that off. Gonna lightly garnish that there. We're not done yet though. Also, the cinnamon stick. Now, torching these does two things. It slightly changes the flavor to smokiness, adds a wonderful aroma in the air, so that when you taste and touch your cocktail, it's going to totally change the flavor of it. Sweater weather, aptly named for the fall. It'll keep you warm and cozy on your coldest nights. Enjoy.